Hey guys, it's Fabrizi. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a video on how to test APIs. We're using two popular frameworks. It's called GoGin and GoFiber. And additionally, we're going to test external APIs living somewhere out in the internet. So since I've been doing this for my internship, I was like, why not just do a video on this? And yeah, it's been a while. So life's been a little crazy. I'll give you guys a little life update throughout the tutorial, and I hope you guys enjoy this one. I hope I can make more videos. Enjoy. Hey guys, so we have ourselves a little application here. We got a Fiber app and a Gin app. And now I'm talking a little low because it's 1:30 a.m. Don't trust this, it's USA time and I'm in Indonesia. So we have, assuming you guys are watching this video, I'm pretty sure you guys already have an API set up. But in here we have a Fiber API. I'll show you guys. We make it right here and we listen on port 3000. We make the routes in a separate file. It's a get request and a post request that we're going to be testing today. And then these are the handlers. It's just very simple, very simple stuff. Getting messages, I'm sorry. Alright, anyways, we have the Fiber API and now the Gin API is very similar. Routes and then the handlers. So let's go ahead and test this, guys. So before you guys, if you guys want to follow along, this is the Go mod. Well, it's really crazy. Well, anyways, what you have to download is, let's see, Go Fiber. So you would want to do Go Fiber. Just go ahead and copy this string, and then here you would probably do like, go get, paste this, and then you would do that with also GoGin. Sorry if this part is like you already understand. Go ahead and skip this part, but if people want to follow along, I just want to show you guys how to do it. Go to the GoGin repo, and you would just want to do go get, and go ahead and copy this, right? And then additionally, what else do we need? I guess that's it for now. Just get Gin and Fiber. That's pretty much all you need. So let's go ahead and test this now. In order to test this, what you want to do is make a file called, actually you can name it whatever you want actually, but it has to have a prefix of _test.go. And now inside of this file, it already understands that you're making this to test, so you can just name it package main, it's fine. But the thing is, with your functions, it has to follow a certain signature and a is it prefix? Oh, this would be a postfix. Whoops. So the postfix has to be _test, and the prefix for your functions have to be test, and then whatever you want to call it. So we'll say test fiber get API, okay? Or just test fiber get, it's fine. And then it also has to follow this function signature of having this type inside of the argument or parameter of your function. It's the type T for testing in the testing package. There's also additional types. For instance, there's the benchmark type, testing.b, which gives you like benchmark capabilities, but I haven't really dived deep into that yet, so soon, one of these days, I'll maybe go into that, benchmarking how fast my API is. That'd be cool, right? But today we're just going to see if it's successful. So let's just go ahead and do this now. So pretty much you're making a little API within your function, and you're testing the specific handlers that you want to, right? This is all about testing the handlers. So if you have your own API and you want to test the routes that work, this will show you how to do that. So we'll make the server. We can just say server is equal to API or fiber dot new, I believe, new, and it's gonna import this fiber import, but we want to use the v2, not just the regular fiber. You have to put v2 in there. I don't know why, but it's given me problems before. So we make the server, and then we'll do the handler plus the route. So here we'll say server.get, and we'll give it a path. We'll just say data, and within here you give in the handler. The handler I have in the Fiber API package, so I just got to do Fiber API dot return data, right? And that would be my handler. And next you want to do a request plus response. So the way to do this is quite easy. You can follow me. You just make a variable, and you can also just do an underscore, since we don't really want to error handle because we're kind of lazy. We're just trying to do this fast. So we're going to use the new request function in the HTTP package, and this accepts a method. So we're going to say http.method get, and we're going to give it the URL string, which is just /data. It's got to match the thing you're wanting to test, of course. And since it's a GET request, we don't really need a body, so we just do nil. And then the response is going to be something from the HTTP test package. So Golang provides this package to test. It's pretty nice. And we're just going to do response. Let's see. Is it response recorder? New recorder. Let's see. It's taking a while for it to import. Not sure why. So new recorder. Okay, yeah. So we want to have this as the type that we're being returned. So new recorder is the function, and then we want to serve the HTTP. So let's get rid of this terminal. Let's make this a little more beautiful to see, a little more attractive to the eye. Let's just serve the HTTP. So now we can say server dot serve. Is it serve? What's it? Server dot listen, or what's it called? Oh, we're doing Fiber. I forgot. So in Fiber, there is actually no need to do this new recorder. In Gin, I think we do have to do this, but in Fiber, you can just do server.test, and this pretty much accepts your request, and then the timeout. The timeout is used for, oh yeah, you know what a timeout is. Just if the request is taking so long, it's just going to time it out. But we don't want that, so just do a -1. And let's see, it also returns an error, so let's just do an underscore here. And after that, we can actually do the testing logs plus the assertion. So now we can say t.log. We can check the response.status code, and then we can also do the response.body, and then we can say assert. So assert is a object inside of the Testify package. It's very popular. You guys should get it. Testify just makes it way easier to do assertions with your testing. So here we'll pass in the t for the testing type, and then the expected expected result that we want, and then the actual response that we got. All right, so let's go ahead and see how this looks. So let's go ahead and test this. So we can say go test ./v and see what happens. Okay, so we pass. We got the 200 status code. We can see here that the log actually shows it. Status code is 200. The body is this big object of, let's see, what is it? IO read closer. So let's make it look prettier. To do that, let's go ahead and do that. So we can say get body. We're gonna say body is equal to io dot, is it io util? Yeah, dot read all. We're gonna do response dot body let's see what this returns, byte and an error. So we'll just do another underscore, guys. Again, you should be error handling. I'm just, a little lazy on this video. And then I believe we have to do this. So when you read from the body, you want to close it eventually to avoid memory leaks. And now, since we have this since we had this converted into a slice of bytes, we can just go ahead and put it in here, body. And since it's a slice of bytes, we can actually typecast it. Since the machine knows how to work with bytes, we can go ahead and typecast it. And now let's go ahead and run this. Nice. So we get the data. Here you go. Perfect. So our API is working nicely. So now, how about we're going to repeat this process, but how about how to do it with the Gin API? Let's go ahead and just copy and paste this, because it follows the same exact logic. So let's go ahead and get this and do Gin. Okay. So the server, we want to make gin.default. Okay. We want to do server dot, I believe it's capital, yeah. Okay, that saves the URL string is fine. This would be gin API dot get data. Again, you would use your own handlers and all that. So this is fine. This is actually still fine. Now we have to use the HTTP test package. So here would be new recorder. Okay. I think it doesn't return an error though, so that's why it's bugging out. I don't think we need to do this part. And then this, I believe, is a little different. So let's see. So let's see. So we have the request and response, right? But now we have to serve the HTTP. The way you do that is with the router. So we can just, or server, I'm sorry, server.serve HTTP. It's going to take the response and the request. And after you serve the HTTP, then you can look at the response, everything that happens in the response. So here we can response.body, and then response.result status code. All right, so let's go ahead and check this if this works. Also, you can also run the test here, and then it will just tell you if it passed or not in the output. However, it doesn't tell you the logs, so I just like to do it from here. Okay, so we do it from the terminal. We see that, let's look first from the beginning. We see that the pass on the fiber get works. Then we see the gin logs and all that. But we see here that it passes it as well here. And we see that we get the status code of 200. And we get the body of data hello world, which is what I put in the API. All right, that's good. Now, how to test if it's a post package, guys? How to do this? Okay, so if it's a post package, we can just, again, it follows a similar, if it's a post request, I'm sorry, if it follows a similar workflow. So let's just copy and paste this. So let's stick with Gin for a bit. Instead of this being get, we'll do post. This would be Gin API create data. This would be method post. And now the problem is, let's make this like create data. Create data. You don't have to do this. It could actually be the same exact route, whatever. But I'm just doing that. It's okay. All right. So now in this, we have to put in a body, right? Because usually with your post requests, you have to put in a body. Because that's what the handler's working with. So let's make that an additional step here. We're just gonna do mock data, and now what you would do here is, well, let's see, would have to do a struct. So usually you would make this separately in a different file, and you would just import it here. But we'll just do it within this testing function. We'll just say input, right? Input's a good word for this, and we'll do like a username string, string, password, string, and then do username Fabrizi. Yeah guys, so I've been busy working and stuff, doing a thesis, so yeah, I don't got a lot of time, and the times I do have for myself, actually it just goes to me playing with my brother and my friends. So yeah, it also goes to my girlfriend too, so you know, it's been a busy life, not a lot of time for YouTube. But yeah guys, you make a struct with the values as well, and you make the struct tags. This is very important because you want to decode these fields into JSON, so put in the struct tags. So this becomes a struct object, but we have to make this into a slice of bytes, and the way to make it into a slice of bytes is with the json.marshal function. So we can just say body request is equal to JSON Marshal, and let's see what it returns. I think it returns an error. Okay, so let's just do an underscore, and then we can pass in the input. Okay, that's good. So now within your post function, you want to pass it in as bytes.newBuffer. It's because bytes.newBuffer, it returns a type of bytes.buffer, and bytes.buffer implements this this type here. Hold on, where is it? Oh wait, not in here, I'm sorry, not in here, I'm looking at the wrong function. So this is the handler, so this is fine. Inside of here, we need a IO reader, and bytes.newBuffer luckily implements that. So let's just do that. And let's put in body request here, and now you're good. So this returns a bytes.buffer, and that luckily implements the IO.reader. So this should be fine. And that's how you do it. So you make your mock data, you put your struct and you put it in the json.marshal to turn it into a slice of bytes, and then you put it in within the request, and you're fine. It just serves the HTTP, and let's go ahead and test this out. First, we can just test it from here, from your IDE. It's fine. Nice, it passes. Let's go ahead and check from the terminal. Nice, it says message data created, status code is 200, and the pass is there, so it's good. Alright, lastly, let's do the fiber post, which is very fast. It's pretty much the same workflow. Like once you do one of these, you can just copy and paste, and it's very easy. So last one guys, if you guys want to skip ahead to testing external APIs, I will leave the timestamps. So it's testing the fiber post, it's fine. Change this to post. We'll say create/data again. Create data. Right, this is nice. This is going to be a method post, and then we just have to make the data inside of here. So we'll make the data similar to what's up ahead or up above. Yeah, we just copy this actually, guys. Very easy, guys. Once you make one, like I said, it's very beautiful way of doing this, because Golang makes things so easy to do. So let's just do bytes.newBuffer and put in body request. Okay, and now this should be done. It's really simple. Writing tests isn't hard. You can get very complicated with it, of course, but yeah, it's not hard at all. Right, everything's good. Yep. Okay, so let's go ahead and run this. Let's see if it works. Okay, pass data created. Is this for the Gin fiber? Oh, test fiber post. Okay, nice. 200 data created. Okay, beautiful. All right, so that's it. That's how to test Go Gin and Go Fiber, a get request and a post request. So now, how to test external APIs. Okay, so to test external APIs, you need to get a HTTP client, guys. So an HTTP client would be something like, let's see, I know it starts with an M somewhere. Wow, is it really not here? Oh, Monaco. Okay, so the way I would look, or the way I would find this is just go to Google, look up Monaco HTTP client Golang. So yeah, it's just an HTTP client, and just go ahead and look at the repo, and you would run this, of course. Right after you make your Go mod, you can download packages. So go ahead and run that command. You'll have it. And here it has good documentation. So very nice, very nice. So let's go ahead and use this. We can actually just have this open right here and could follow the documentation. So we can say func test external. Okay, and now what are we gonna test, guys? Well, I actually have an API deployed on the cloud on AWS. So we're just gonna test that and see if it works. So if we go here to one of my APIs, and we can go to, let's say, the users, like we can just get all the users. Let's go ahead and test this out. And there we go, it's working. It's working nicely. We're gonna go ahead and test this API. And I guess it doesn't matter if I share the environment variable, because it's gonna changes a lot actually. So let's go ahead and use that as our API route, or what's it, our host? Yeah. Okay, so now that we have the API, let's go ahead and check one more thing though. This API, what port is it running on? 8000. Okay, /API users. Okay. Alright guys, we have this API we want to test. Let's go ahead and test this guy out. So we got to make the client, of course. I guess we can just use, yeah, we can literally just copy this. So in here, we can just do, let's just do it this way. Request the client. And here we'll have all of the properties. So the URL would be this big old thing here. So you would want to, have an API ready that you want to test. So okay, that's their external URL. The method would be a GET request. And then I think after that, I don't think we need anything else if it's a GET request. Okay, so that's fine. That's our client. Oh, I see we need a result. And I think we can just make a, let's see. I think I got it from here, guys. Let's see if I can. So client, and then we need a empty interface for decoding, and we could just say var result interface. So this is going to be used to get the response and put it into something. So in this case, it's just an empty interface. And then we can do make the request. And we can say send dot scan, and we could put result in here. And now we can do the testing logs plus assertions. And here we could just say t.log, and we would do, I guess, the result. Yeah, okay, we can do that. The result, and how to check the status code. Let's see. Status code, oh, it has the post. Oh, I guess it doesn't send the status code. Okay, oh, there it is. Okay, nice. So we can say, does this, oh, it does return something. So let's go ahead and do response, c.send, okay, t.log, response.status code, okay. And then we finally can do assertions. So we can say assert t200 response.code. All right. Of course, we have to do the dot equal. There we go. Now let's go ahead and test this. If this works, then we're good. Okay, and it passed. Nice. Looks like it did. So let's see. This didn't actually print out the body. It was supposed to print out a lot of things actually. So I think it's because I didn't pass it in as a pointer. Let's try this one more time. Okay, there we go. We got all the users from this API. And don't worry, these are not even real users, so there's no point in worrying about the security. At least for now, all right. So that's how to test an external, but now how to do the post, right? How to do the post. And again, you can honestly just follow the repo that I'm following, right? Like, you know, I don't remember this stuff. I never do. Okay, so method is going to be changed to a post. Of course, the body is going to be here, I believe. Let's go ahead and check how to do the post. Oh, it's a JSON, okay. Oh, that's cool. You can just do it like this. All right, so we can go ahead and go to our post over here, our mock data. So here we can just get the mock data. And then go ahead and put it up here. Okay. Let's go ahead and test our login functionality. So here should return a status of 200 and a token. Okay, that's good. So the username would be Alberto Alodia. Alright, so we're gonna use this inside of our client request. So we can just go ahead and do this type of thing. So we just go back to the client here where we're initiating this object, and we just do JSON and we pass in input. And it's really that simple. Wow. This HTTP client in Go is pretty nice. Alright guys, so we make the mock data, we make the client. Is there anything else that we need? Is it really this simple? Oh, of course we need to change the endpoint, right? So if it's a different endpoint, it's API/login. Okay, so now this should send, this should be fine. So let's go ahead and test this. And this will be the end of the video if this works. Nice. All right, so we got the external post, it passed. And what did we get? Let's see, we got the token, and we got the status code of 200. Status code of 200. Beautiful, guys. So that's how you test APIs, internally, externally, 2 different frameworks. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Maybe one day I'll jump into benchmarking APIs. That'd be cool. But yeah, see you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope I can make more videos. Yeah, peace out.